My dear, your words cut deeper than silence ever could, leaving me screaming inside. Your words shattered my peace, and now I'm left in pieces, screaming for release. Your words felt like daggers to my heart, and I can't stop screaming for the pain to end. I never thought words could haunt me, but yours make me scream in the dark. Every syllable you spoke echoed like thunder in my mind, making me scream in agony. Your words were a storm tearing through me, leaving me screaming for shelter. I wanted to scream when your words hit me, but all I could do was cry in silence. Your words lit a fire inside me, a blaze so fierce I could only scream in frustration. How do I scream when your words are louder than my voice could ever be? Your words were a suffocating silence that made me scream in desperate need of air. With every word you spoke, my soul screamed, but you never heard. I wanted to scream, but your words tied my tongue and broke my heart. Your words echoed in my mind, haunting me, making me scream without sound. Your words created a war inside me, leaving me screaming for peace. Every time you spoke, it felt like a scream was trapped in my chest. Your words tore me apart, and all I could do was scream inside. You didn't know your words were a prison, and I was screaming for freedom. I screamed in silence, hoping you'd hear the weight your words left on me. Your words made me feel like I was drowning, screaming for air, but you were the tide. I screamed in my soul when you spoke, but you never saw the tears. Your words locked me in a cage, and all I could do was scream to be free. Your words were a storm, and my heart was left screaming for calm. Every word you said made me feel like screaming, but I swallowed it for you. Your words were fire, and I was left screaming in the ashes. Your words were like glass, shattering me, and all I could do was scream. I wanted to scream, but your words crushed me before I could speak. Your words hit me like a thunderclap, and all I could do was scream in silence. You don't hear the screams of my soul, only the quiet of my broken heart. Your words made me scream, but no one ever heard me. Every time you spoke, my heart screamed, but you were too far gone to listen. You left me screaming for a chance to understand, but your words left no room for me. Your words turned into a scream in my mind, one that echoed endlessly. Your words were the storm, and I was the wreckage, screaming to be rebuilt. My soul screamed for the kindness you took away with every cruel word. I didn't scream when you hurt me, but your words turned me into something unrecognizable. Your words made me scream for release, but all I had was silence in return. The silence between us was louder than the screams your words ignited in me. Your words made me scream with a pain only I could feel. I screamed in the quiet of my own heart, wishing your words had never come. You'll never hear the screams of my broken heart, only the silence your words left behind. Your words were so sharp, they left me screaming in pain I could never express. You built walls with your words, and now I scream against the barrier you created. I screamed for the truth behind your words, but you never gave it to me. Your words were a cage around my heart, and I screamed for the key. Your word made me scream, but you couldn't hear me over your own silence. I screamed with every word you said, but you were too numb to notice. Every word you spoke felt like a scream inside me, leaving me empty. Your words turned my heart into a battlefield, leaving me screaming for peace. I screamed, but your words drowned out my voice with their bitterness. Your words echoed in my mind, a constant scream that never stopped hurting. I wanted to scream when I heard your voice, but I stayed silent, waiting for the storm to pass. Your words crushed me, and I screamed, hoping for some relief that never came. I screamed in my silence because your words were the loudest thing in my world. Every word you spoke left me screaming in a storm of emotions I couldn't control. Your words broke me, and all I could do was scream in the quiet of my soul. Your words suffocated me, and I screamed for the breath you took away. You'll never understand how your words made me scream for a life without them. Your words were a scream, and I was left silent in its aftermath. I screamed inside when you left me with nothing but your hurtful words. Your words were knives, cutting deeper than silence, leaving me screaming for peace. I screamed in my heart when your words crushed my spirit. Your words were a storm, and my soul was left screaming in the wreckage. I screamed for something, anything, other than the weight of your words. Every word from you felt like a scream, but I was too scared to hear it. Your words left me screaming for the love I thought I had, but now it's gone. You didn't know your words broke me, leaving me screaming for a chance to heal. I screamed in silence, but your words only grew louder in my mind. Your words made me feel like I was screaming for something I'd never get. You'll never hear the scream your words caused, only the quiet resignation I wear. Your words tore me apart, and I screamed for the love you promised but never gave. I screamed in the silence, but your words crushed the sound before it left my lips. Your words made me feel like I was screaming underwater, drowning in pain. Every word you said felt like a scream, but no one heard it but me. Your words poisoned me, and all I could do was scream in silence. You made me scream with every cruel thing you said, but I never let you hear it. Your words twisted inside me, and I screamed, begging for them to stop. I wanted to scream, but your words left me too broken to speak. Your words were the scream that broke me, leaving me lost and silent. I screamed for the love I lost in your words, but it was already gone. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, like, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. Your words turned me into a storm, and I screamed in the chaos. You won't hear my screams, but your words leave a sound I can't escape. My silence is a scream for the words you never spoke. Your words left me screaming in a silence that filled me with emptiness. You spoke in anger, and I screamed in pain. Your words were the storm I couldn't weather, leaving me screaming for shelter. I wanted to scream back, but your words silenced my soul. Your words hurt in ways I can't explain, and all I can do is scream inside. I screamed for the truth, but your words turned me into a lie. Every word you said pulled me deeper into the dark, and I screamed for the light. Your words felt like a trap, and I screamed for the freedom I lost. You left me screaming for the love I thought we had, but it was never real. Your words turned me into something I couldn't recognize, leaving me screaming for my soul. I screamed for mercy, but your words were all I had. Your words were the scream that shattered my world. You made me scream with your silence, louder than any word could. I screamed in the night, but your words drowned me in the day. Every word you said felt like a scream, and I could never escape it. You broke me with your words, and now I scream for the pieces. Your words felt like a scream, and I never had the chance to answer. Your words shattered my silence, and I screamed in the aftermath. Your words left me broken, and I screamed in a quiet, endless agony. Every word from you echoed like a scream in my soul, leaving me empty. Your words dug deep, and all I could do was scream inside, hoping someone would hear. I wanted to scream, but your words buried my voice beneath layers of sorrow. Every word you spoke felt like a scream that ripped apart my peace. Your words were the storm that forced me to scream in silence. I screamed in the silence you left behind, drowning in the weight of your words. Your words carved wounds so deep, they made me scream in ways I could never explain. I screamed to make sense of the pain your words caused, but silence answered instead. Your words hit me like a scream, and now all I have is silence to hold. Each time you spoke, your words became a scream in my heart that I couldn't stop. Your words forced me to scream, but no one could hear the pain they caused. Your words were the scream I never wanted to face, yet I had no choice. I screamed when your words reached my soul, but you never noticed. Your words left scars, and my soul screamed in desperation for healing. I screamed for the love your words promised, but it never came. Your words drowned out everything I wanted to say, leaving only the sound of my silent scream. You broke me with your words, and all I could do was scream in the dark. Your words made me feel like I was screaming for something I'd never get back. Every time you spoke, it was like a scream that echoed through the emptiness inside me. I screamed for the understanding that never came, lost in the noise of your words. Your words crushed me, and I screamed, but there was no one to hear. Your words were a scream that haunted me long after you were gone. I screamed in pain, but your words were too loud to hear. Your words were the scream that broke me apart, piece by piece. You left me screaming for the love you took away, but you never looked back. I screamed for the truth in your words, but all I heard was silence. Your words created a scream in my heart that I could never erase. Every time you spoke, I screamed inside, but your words drowned me.